Hey everybody, Fetty here. What I'm working on today is I'm going to build a Newel post. Now you can buy these things off the shelf, but golly, they're about 70 or 80 bucks. I mean, they look okay, but there's nothing particularly special about them. And I think I can replicate one of those off the shelf Newel posts for probably about 30 bucks. We'll see when we get done. But I'll be able to add some custom flair to it, and it's going to look good. So let's go ahead and get started. There's not really much to a Newel post. It's basically just a rectangular box. What makes a Newel post look good is kind of the trim and decorations you put on it. So what I'm going to build basically consists of two rectangular boxes. There'll be a base, and I think I don't know, we'll see. I'm probably going to make it about 24 inches tall. And then there'll be like the main post that runs up out of that. And I don't know, that'll probably be, 55 inches, give or take. So to do that, I've got to build two big, tall, long, skinny boxes. And what I'll do is I'm going to take 3/4 inch plywood. I'm going to cut miters in the corner. So I'll cut 4 of these and just, build the box. So that's really all there is to that. So let's go over to the table saw and cut out the other pieces. Okay, got our pieces cut out right here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to just lay some wood glue in these seams and get her all lined up. Come in here and just 18 gauge nail it along here just to give it some strength. So let's do that. So we're just going to run some wood glue in here, and not going to go crazy with the wood glue. Just a smidge will do. Well, looks like I actually did go crazy with it, but I'll just spread it out here a little bit. We just want it kind of moist and sticky, just like Mama, moist and sticky. We'll go ahead and lay her piece up on it, get her good and lined up. I wish I had one of them cool corner clamps, but I don't have one. I'll just do it the old-fashioned way. Okay, got it tacked in there. Made a good corner there. I'll just hit it with a few more. I don't know, every 4 or 5 inches, I guess. Okay, let's do the other sides. May put a clamp on this one. This one's being a little bit hateful. There. It made a nice corner there too. Let me get a few more in here. Okay, just got to do this last side. Here's where we're going to have to kind of pull it into shape a little bit. That actually looks pretty good. This post will be painted, so I'm not too concerned about nail holes and rough edges and all that, because I'll lay the wood filler to it. But it's pretty important we get it square, because when we go to putting our trim on it and stuff, if it ain't square now, it'll be kind of a pain to make our trim look good. And that looks really good right there. That's our base. And now we just got to build the post that goes on the inside, and we'll be well on our way. Okay, now what we have to do is build another rectangular tube. And what we just built, now that's going to be a sleeve, and we're going to build another one that's going to slide right down inside of it. So I think the inside dimension of that we just built is 4 5/8. So I'm going to build this next box a little bit light of 4 5/8, because we want to make sure that it's going to kind of go in there without having any trouble. So we're going to cut out 4 pieces. Again, I'm using 3/4 inch plywood. It's going to be, I guess, maybe about 4 1/2 inches wide is how I'm going to set the saw. That way it'll just slide right in, won't be kinked up, and it's going to work good. If it's a little bit loose, we'll just shim it, when we get to the final stages. So let's go to the saw and cut these pieces out. And there's our post. All we got to do now is just sand it and clean it up, fill up some holes, and then we can paint it. So here's our Newel post. This is our base, and I've got this sitting up on a bucket, that's why it looks so tall. But this is the base, and this is, I guess, what you'd call the main column. And the way it works is you can slide, this main column down inside of the base. I guess you could build it. I guess it'd probably make a lot of sense to just build the base around that column and just be done with it. But I don't know. It's my long-standing, deep-seated fear of commitment to make this thing a certain way. I can't adjust it at that point. But the way it is now, this column here will just slide down in there. And if you need it to be any taller, you can kind of adjust it up. Just come on into the inside of this and block it up, and adjust it to however high you want it to be. Now that we have the basic structure of this post built, we have to think about what we're going to do to it to dress it up and make it look cool. And what I want to do is I want to add, since this is painted, I want to add some hardwood elements to it. And what I'm going to use is some oak, and I'll stain it, and it's going to look really good that way. So some of the places that we're going to dress this up are right here around this, where it bumps in and the 2 posts, the 2 boxes go together. I'm going to trim up right in here. I'm going to build a neat looking cap that will go on the very top. So we're going to kind of make it look cool. I'll probably build some casing around the bottom that's going to look neat. So to start with, on this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to rip a piece of oak to an 1.25 inch wide, and I'm going to take a round over bit. If you've watched my videos, you've seen me do it a gazillion times. I'm going to take a 3/8 inch round over bit, and I'm going to put, let's see if you can see that, I'm going to put that nose on it, and then I'm just going to miter a little transition piece right here. You know, of course it'll go all the way around, and it's going to look cool. Once that's in, I'm going to make some trim right through here with an OG bit. You could use a piece of cove, that'd look pretty good too. But I'm just going to use an OG bit, make it a little interesting, a little unique, and it'll go right through there. It's going to look cool, it's going to look custom, so let's go ahead and do that. I've got the router table set up and I have that OG bit in there already, and I'm just going to make some trim out of that. It's going to look something like this, and that'll look pretty cool. So let me show you how to make that. So now we're going to trim out this base where it bumps out, and what we're going to do is go around the corners with the piece that we just made on the router table, and fits in there real nice this way, and it'll add a nice, you know, layer of detail to our post. The way we're doing this is I'm just going to come into the corner here just with a smidge, just a little bitty smidge of wood glue, just to kind of strengthen that corner up a little bit, that miter, and put a little bit of wood glue on it, and then put it in place. Of course, I'll be coming back later and staining this. Once I kind of have it in place where I'm satisfied with it, I'm just going to pin nail the corners right here. Like that. Maybe put one going in this direction. Whoa, safety violation. Need to pull that out. But now you kind of see, well, it was kind of a little bit of a blooper there, but now you kind of see as we make our way all around this bump here, kind of the detail that's going to add, and that's going to look really good. Okay, our pieces went on really good right here, and I'll just tell you, don't worry about being all precision and getting it real tight against that post, because, you know, just leave yourself some room and make it easy to put together. And then once it's all put together, come in here and just 18 gauge nail it in the back. You'll never see it, because what we're going to do next is come in with a piece of this trim that we made. We're going to lay that trim into place like this, and go all the way around it, and we'll let the trim snug it up. Once that trim's on there, I'm just going to put a couple of pin nails in it. And that'll be our precision. So let me go ahead and finish putting it all the way around.